Well, welcome back to Dos Amigos. This is part 2 of our beautiful conversation with our brother, Terry Cruz. I'm Wilmer Valderrama.
I'm Freddy Rodriguez.
And diving right back into this.
What did that lead to, Terry? What was the next thing?
Wow. Well, this was so crazy. There was a Schwarzenegger movie.
Yeah.
And I had did security on End of Days. We were all downtown LA.
Yeah.
It was a Schwarzenegger movie.
God, End of Days is so
End of
End of
Days.
Days.
And, and they were shooting downtown, and I was like the guy who I watched an alley for like 2 months, you know? And all of a sudden, and I'm gonna tell you this is another great story. I was in charge of watching where the extras went and the whole thing. And this guy comes up to me, he says, "Hey man, are you an actor?" I said, "No, sir, no, I'm security." He said, dude, you know, I'm Arnold Schwarzenegger's makeup artist. He said, "You should be acting." He said, "You have a great look." And I went, "Thank you, sir." His name was Jeff Dawn. Dude, all of a sudden, it's Sony, right? So Sony needed a bad guy, a heavy, for one of their movies they were doing with Arnold Schwarzenegger. So they milled around and they saw that I was on this show for Battle Dome for 2 years and I became the heavy. And I went in and auditioned for this thing. The lady was like, "You're pretty good." I was like, "Oh." She said, "Now look, you're a sweetheart. You got to go in there with the director and you got to be pissed off. Don't be nice at all." So I remember going, his name is Roger Spottiswoode, the British director. And I walked in there like, "Yeah, man." They're like, "So have you been acting?" I was like, "Man, I do this, you know." You know, I was just like, yeah. I was like, "Is it working?
Yeah.
Is it working?" Dude, I got the job.
Yeah.
Wow.
My first audition for a movie, I got.
You got it.
But you had to read for it.
I read, but it was one read.
Yeah.
Right.
And it wasn't like the other show where months go by. They're like, "You're going to be now you're going to go 6 months in Vancouver with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Whoa,
We're paying you $75,000. All the tough stuff went out. "Oh my God." I said, "Babe, I got this movie.
Yeah.
I got it." I said, "What?" She's like, "I told you. She said, this is you.
Yeah.
Take it. Go." I'm in Vancouver. Now, listen, man, I'm still scared of getting cut.
Sure.
Now I had imposter syndrome. I'm like, this is a big movie.
Now you
what
on
movie?
set.
Wait, Terry,
It was
what
called
movie?
The Sixth Day.
Oh, the Sixth
The
Day.
Sixth
Yeah. I
Day.
remember the Sixth Day.
When he was
Yeah.
getting cloned, and the
Right,
whole thing,
right.
and it was wild, man. I mean, and it's Arnold, like Arnold
What,
Schwarzenegger.
what was that like? You go on set and all of a sudden Arnold's walking up.
I'm gonna tell you this: the first scene I ever had, I'll never forget. The first time I actually met him, I was supposed to walk up to him and I would say, I remember I said his name. It was like, "Roger, so and so, you come with us," and I froze because I walked up the steps and I was like, "Oh no, Adam Gibson." That's what was his name. I said, "Adam Gibson." See, I remember these lines. They come back. "Adam Gibson, come with us." And dude, I went. And Arnold's looking at me because what happened is, you know, you open the door and he opens the door and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
So you hadn't rehearsed or anything?
Oh no!
They were just like,
no.
okay, he's coming in, we're saying action, and you're
Arnold
gonna...
don't want to do that. He's like, he just stayed alive and do things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He ain't got time for that. The ski slopes and waiting. You know, I'm like, hey, yo. So I'm just going, okay, don't be a problem, right? Dude, I froze, but something went wrong. They said, sorry, we got a light issue. Saved my ass because I froze. I went back. And I went pulling myself to the side. I said, "Dude, do you want to go back to doing security? Do you want to go back to," I said, "Man, your wife, your family, everyone is counting on you." I said, "Hey, man, listen." I said, "Dude, I said, if you don't do this, you don't deserve it. Now go in there and say these lines." Like, and I was telling myself, like, "Yo, don't you get into, brother." That next scene, I walked up in there, was Adam Gibson. Hey, come with us. And Arnold was like, "Oh, I like this guy. He's spicy."
He's spicy.
And I was like,
I can see it all too clear, yeah.
but it was like my first hit. You know what I mean? It's like in the football, you have to get that first hit. You know, because you're scared.
That's right.
Listen, every NFL player, I don't care what they talking about, they scared.
Right.
Till you get that first hit. Bow! And then you go, all right, I'm alive. Okay,
cool.
boom.
Yeah, I can do this.
Dude, I said, man, and it was like, go. Oh my God. And the rest of the way, he was so cool. He was cool to me. And I remember he was with Maria at the time. And his kids were little. We were running around there, man. This is 99.
Yeah, dude.
Brother, 1999. And now, it wasn't a hit. And it wasn't, but I'm going, dude, I'm in a movie.
With Arnold, dude.
And I'm just looking. I remember we went to
Biggest
the
action
premiere,
star of all time.
and they flew me and my wife. We flew us to Rome, Italy, for just the premiere there. And I was going,
Why
like,
Rome? Why they premiered in Rome?
I don't know.
You know.
It was like the foreign people, but it was a premiere, but it wasn't really a premiere. It was like a screening.
Okay.
But I didn't care. I was like, we're in Rome. I was like, babe, what's...
It's crazy.
But my wife, I mean, let me tell you, man, coming from that, it was like, if that would have been it, that would have been enough. You understand? Like, that's a dream. And then it kept going. Like, yeah, I mean, everything.
Did that movie, once it came out, did that performance lead to something else, or it just...
No, it led to nothing. You know what led to something?
Yeah.
Training Day.
Oh.
I was an extra in Training Day. Remember,
After that movie.
well, listen, I had done the movie.
This
It
is a
hadn't come
great
out.
story, too.
Remember, the movie, I had done the movie, and then you're at home. You're waiting for them to edit it. You're waiting on it. So nobody knew that I was in a movie. But I was like, that movie's coming.
Yeah.
But Training Day. They were filming Training Day. I was the location manager, because remember, I did security. And so the location manager, he said, damn, man, Denzel's down here shooting in the jungle, man. You want to come by? I said, yes. Because he heard I was doing movies and stuff. And I still had done the Battle Dome show. So it was kind of like, and so there I am. I'm across the street from Battle Dome, because LA Coliseum is right down the street.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and so the gangsters were like, hey, man, you that T-Money from the show right there. I saw y'all last week. Because he would go, they would show up. I was like, what's up, y'all? What's up? So they kind of knew me.
Yeah.
So I kind of got a pass because they only had gang members from the jungle. But they were like, oh, man, he all right. He all right. He on that show. Remember that show over there? And they were like, okay. And I got, and Bone, who was one of the main like actor slash gang people who could, he would do that for all the movies, and Bone gave me the pass. Bone was like, he good. Good.
I met Bone.
You know Bone. Bone's a good dude, man.
Yeah, real good.
And Bone just blessed me, man. So then I'm watching. I just want to watch Denzel. Dude, Antoine Fuqua walks over to me. He says, hey, man, you want to be in this movie? I said, yeah. He said, take your shirt off. We're going to the roof. It was me.
So you were just there, just checking it out.
Yes.
No, he was there just to watch. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And you know that scene with and Alonzo's coming down the cul-de-sac? That's me.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, man, that was great. Come back every night, and I'll see where else I can put you. Came back for 2 weeks. And I
Bro,
was just,
you had like close-ups.
dude!
Yeah.
Then, wait,
hero shots.
the night
You had hero
shots. When Denzel did his whole King Kong speech, he said, I want you standing right there looking at Denzel and mad dogging him. That was the thing.
Because that was the moment where the hood was like, the magic is broken.
That's it.
Yeah, you ain't the magician anymore.
You see?
Yeah. Dude. And so when you gave that energy, it was representative of the whole block.
Everything.
It was like, we're not under the spell anymore.
It validated the whole film. Because they was like, this dude stands for us. And then Training Day went, pew.
How many takes did he do?
He was going all night, but he was improvising. He was going. Dude, I'll never forget this. I actually got a peek because the script was on his car, on his car, Alonzo. And he had written on it, the wages of sin is death. And I was like, ooh, that's deep. Because he knew, he's like, because they wanted to make sequels and all this stuff. And I found out later, he's like, you got to kill me.
Right.
Because he didn't die in the original script. They wanted him to keep going, like Lonzo.
Did you know that? I didn't know that he wasn't supposed to die.
Well, that's David. David Ayer.
Yep.
And they were like, but studios, they want to make it Cash Cow and Training Day 2 and Training Day 4. And he was like, nope, gotta kill me. Gotta kill me. So that allowed him to be as bad as he could. Like he could just do anything. but he knew the wages of sin is death. And I remember just soaking it all in, like watching it. And then the Academy Awards hit. And my mother saw it. She's like, and they showed that scene.
That
with me
scene
saying-
was the
My
scene
mother
that
was
was for
like,
the
you won the
examination.
Academy Awards.
Yeah, because the nomination, they used a clip for Denzel.
Yeah, and he got the Oscar.
mother said you won the Academy.
Yeah, I said, no. She said, you got an Oscar. I said, no, I didn't. But I'm in the show. You know?
Because they used that clip for everything.
Everything. King Kong ain't got you. Boy.
Right, and then it cuts to you, and you're there. Like,
I'm right. I'm just the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. I
And it's
remember that.
Jake. And Jake's walking off, and I'm just still standing there looking at him. He's going down the cul-de-sac. Brother, I'll never forget
crazy.
that. Oh,
Crazy.
David wrote the shit out of that movie,
Yes,
man. Like,
yes, yes.
And David showed up on set. It was my first time meeting him.
Yeah, I was gonna.
He was on set, and I was in there,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Hey, what's up, man? What's up? You know, cool guy." And I'm talking in film work, in film, because I'm just over there trying to be like, "Ooh,
Right.
how does that work?" And then what was wild is that the crew did never want to shoot in the jungle, so there was a lot of problems.
Right,
Because, these Warner Brothers cats, they wanted to shoot it all in Santa Clarita, and they felt safe. One of the production guys got stole, like, in the middle of the movie. But then I'll never forget, man, craft service lady was all like, they're over here eating all our food. and everybody was like, shh, because I did security too. So I was like, hey, don't you ever say anything. I said, all these people need to come in here and eat whatever they want.
Yeah.
You're in their neighborhood.
Right.
It was that kind of, white Hollywood. And I said, you got to respect these people. You're in their house.
You're in there.
This
Yes,
is not a
that's
film
right.
set.
That's how it works.
But Antoine and Denzel said, we have to shoot here.
Right.
There's no way we're going to rebuild this set. No, we're going down with the people.
And they were right.
Yeah.
No,
They
come
were
on.
right, man. They
Yeah,
were
no,
right.
you felt that authenticity.
Oh, it was it was all obvious. You had people, people all talking stuff, because they thinking you just so and so. You ain't a star, so they start talking.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
Now, you guys worked together in the movie.
yes,
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
David
man.
Ayer,
Harsh
David Ayer,
Times, yeah.
Harsh Times.
Did Training Day lead to you being in Harsh Times?
Yeah.
How did that work?
Well, remember, Training Day led to a lot. Training Day led to Friday After Next, because Cube saw. Because remember, I was security, but Cube saw me and Training Day was like, he was out there with dude, I got a call from Cube. I'll never forget. I'm sitting in me, Cat Williams, sitting right next to each other in the audition room. Like, this the next Friday.
Right.
This the next one. And then what happened is Tiny didn't want to come back. And so they wrote, because he was like, I don't want to do it. So they rewrote it. We wrote this character, Damon.
Right.
And I was like, oh, it's all. And see, and my thing is, I was going to go in. And I went in with that. People. So listen, I have people that were so scared of me for years after that. Because they thought, they were like, oh man, Damon. I had that tattoo on my chest. And I went in like, whoa. And people were like, they were watching playback like, damn.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was like, Craig and Day Day. Just the I need to see. Boy, people was like, oh! Hey, the theater was like, oh! It was a nightmare.
But for that to work, you had to show up that hard, though.
But see, I'm from Flint, Michigan, bro.
Yeah.
I'm from Flint.
Yeah.
I'm born and raised. Flint is Compton's sister city. Like, I came up with, I knew Damon.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, listen, I had to pretend to be Damon and go to art school. Like, pretend, because you got a code switch.
Yeah.
You got to act like this just in order to get past the gangsters. And you go in there like, okay, let's talk Star Wars, guys.
Totally.
You know what I mean? Because you in the hood, they like, hey, man, what you carrying? It's portfolio. Yeah, man, whatever, man. This stuff is
it's
bullshit,
nothing. It's nothing.
And I would fake like I was, and then I go into class like, oh, they left me alone. And then sports was the way I survived. Because they see you got a little neck, they go, hey, man, let that dude alone, man. He going to play football or something.
Yeah.
That was the way you got by. It was either sports or you just hustled.
Right.
So I knew Damon.
Right.
And when I kicked into it, people were like, what? My wife hated it.
She hated that
She was
character.
like, oh my God. She said, what are my friends at church going to say? I was like, "It's gonna be all
One of
right."
my friends at church. How did Cube react when all of a sudden you're on set, you're playing this integral part in the movie, and like a couple of years ago you were doing security for? I mean, what was that dynamic like?
First of all, I was thankful. Thankful.
Yeah, of course.
We had like a 4-banger, 5-banger. I remember I couldn't lay down.
The honey wagons.
I
the
couldn't
old
lay
school.
down. It was like when we take a break, I was leaning against the wall.
Yeah.
And they had, you go out, get your lunch, you come in there, like, I'm like, I'm in the movies.
That's right.
I'm in the movies. I'm so happy. And I would jump out there, and then me and Kat made a pact. Me and Kat said, hey, if we don't do anything after this, they will never forget it.
Yeah.
I said, and Kat was homeless. Kat was living in the trailer.
No.
Yes.
No way, man.
You gotta understand how crazy this was because people were hustling, man. People had to make it. And when you're moving out to Hollywood, man, people don't understand. Like, what happens is influencers think we made it. But, that you got a little following, but it's different, man. Like, in that day, to get noticed, you had to sacrifice. Like, you had to really, grind. He was doing Hollywood Park at night and then sleeping in the trailer.
Wow.
And he would wait for everybody to go home and come back in. Hey, man, and I remember being there, man. I was like, Kat, man. He was like, dude, he said, we got to do this, man. And he said, if we don't make this so unforgettable, we just gonna be forgettable.
Right.
And so when he did that scene with the pliers and the whole thing, and we were really crying. You understand?
Really?
You see that scene, take the music out, it's drama all day. We were crying, and he was like, you are not, I am not, I am a boy, Damon.
Yeah.
People were in there like, this went to a whole, and Cube told me, he said, man, look, he said, dude, that first couple acts is me and Mike. He said, but that whole movie is you and Kat. He said, I got to give it up. He said, dog, y'all took that to a whole other level that nobody ever. I said, but that's why I knew. I said, just go in.
Yeah.
There's nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that doesn't mean being big either.
No.
It just means go in.
Step on it. Yeah.
What do you want to see? Like, that's what I kept asking myself. Like, how would I play this? What would I say? Like, how do I want to see this character? And then I would go into it. And man, that was my only real acting, you know what I mean, at the time.
But it seemed like from T-Bone to that, like a lot of these characters were hard, right? Like, but how does that lead the white chicks, man? I mean, how does somebody, a director, see those movies and go, yup, he should be that guy? Because it was so polar opposite. And I remember watching that and going like, yo, this
different
guy
level
is
of awareness,
so
dog. It's crazy.
I was so impressed. I was so impressed on so many levels, but I was so impressed by your willingness
to go that far.
Because you had already established a certain, I don't want to say persona, but people saw you a certain way, right? In the characters, and you could have kept going in that direction. You could have held
the
tight.
tough guy and then remove it.
Held tight to that persona and been like, no, I don't want to be portrayed in this way because it may affect people's
the bread. Like,
But what made you have the balls to go, I'm gonna try this right here. I'm gonna go.
I never wanted it. I never wanted to be that guy.
You never wanted to play that character.
I never wanted to be hardcore dude.
Because
I'm not.
Right.
But that was your bread and butter, though.
But because of the way I look, but see, but this was this is what I figured out, and I figured this out a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's the turn. Because when you give people that you show up as something and they go, oh, hey, he's not. Wait a minute, and I started to do that. Because I could give them all that stuff. And where it happened was in a movie called Malibu's Most Wanted.
Malibu.
Oh, sure.
Okay?
Yeah.
Malibu's Most Wanted, Jamie Kennedy.
I got people back in the back of clapping over here.
And wait, remember I would go all out. And it was funny because Damian Wayans, who's Sean and Marlon's nephew, was the main guy. And I was his backup. And I played a character named 8 Ball, right?
And this was after Friday.
And this was after Friday, but you just working. I auditioned and they were like, hey, you be great behind so-and-so. I was like, cool. I'm taking all the jobs, right? Man, because what happened is Valderrama was canceled and I lost my house. I moved too fast, got a house and couldn't afford it and was like, oh no. And so we lost our house and I was like, okay, so now I'm just doing commercials or anything I can do. And Malibu's Most Wanted came up, and I was like, "Oh, great!" so I could be in this movie. And so I had a do-rag on and all that. Again, back to hardcore guy, and I could just sit there.
Gangster guy.
Yeah.
But I started doing stuff on set, and they were like, look what he's doing. There was one thing, you see a scene where I just start dancing like this, my chain's going, they're like,
when you were kind of popping.
yeah, they were like, hey, keep the camera on that guy.
Keep doing that, yeah.
And then I had one of the funniest lines in the movie that was totally ad-libbed, right? Because what was happening is Jamie Kennedy is talking to his dad, and he's like, oh, and so we're getting all emotional while we're watching it, like, and he says, man, and then I said, I wish I could talk to my pops like that. That was my line. Wish I could talk to my pops like that. I said, I'm gonna call that right now. Dude, the audience was, and then David's like, man, get your buff ass back here, man. And I was like, oh, you know, dude, they were like, this guy wants to be funny.
Yeah.
And then Damien recommended me to his uncles.
His uncles, yeah.
They say, we got this one movie called White Chicks that's going on, man. You can come in and audition for this. And dude, I got so many stories.
Yeah.
You got one more?
Yeah, dude.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
All right. Now, I have been trying to get on a TV show because we were like, man, I want to, because I was hopping from project to project, the whole thing. So I was going, oh my God, if I can get a TV show. And then my wife and kids with Damon Wayans was looking for me. And my agent at the time was like, dude, this is your job to lose. They want you. They saw you in Friday After Next, and they said, oh my God, you got the heat. And Dude, I went in that thing and bombed. When I say bombed.
Bombed the audition?
Oh my God, bombed. Like my hands were like.
What do you think that was? Do you feel like your state of mind was like you really needed it?
Yes.
You wanted
Remember, we lost the house.
Yeah.
We had just got into a rental, and we were like, and then it was like, it's yours to lose. I was like,
That's the craziest
sometimes
part anybody can tell you.
Sometimes that works in the opposite way.
It does.
It's yours to lose. Like, so is that supposed to make you more confident? And for me, it makes me nervous.
You still got to show up.
It made me, because I already was shaky just about, because I didn't have the training. Like I'm acting with people who've been to school for this. So I'm a little like, and I'm watching on the fly. I'm looking at lips and watching people's stuff and can I do this? I don't know. Oh, it's time for lunch. Okay. I'm still learning the whole dude. And I went in there. Oh my God. And Kim Wayans and all of them, they're like, oh, baby. Oh. I'll never forget her look. She was like, oh, baby, don't know. You can just see it like,
oh, man. It's
all burning. It's like watching your soul.
By the way, we all have them that day. We've all had that day.
Oh, yes. It went up in flames. And I went, and they just stopped it like, thank you.
They stopped in the middle of the audition?
Can I do it?
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I was like, can I do another time? It's like, and I knew.
I'll do it one more time. No, that's okay.
Now, guys, I went to the car. I'll never forget this. Got in the car, sealed the Nissan Pathfinder. I said, I'm done. I quit. This hurt too much. This hurts way too much. Because because you get to a point where you could taste it, and you're like, the pain of that was, because you go all night, you practicing the lines all night. I think I was over
feel prepared, yeah.
You know what I mean? You're over. You're not even putting your soul into it. You're just blah, 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 blah,
you're
blah,
going on autopilot, right? Because you're not flowing at that point, right? Because you're just when you rehearsed,
no flow. It was terrible. And I said, I quit. I just got to find something else to do. And I said, and my agent said, oh yeah, you got one more audition. I said, oh man, it's crosstown. You're gonna meet with Keenan now. I went, oh man, another Wayans.
Do they talk to each other? They call each other?
It's a movie called White Chicks.
That's so good.
And I went, now wait, this is what you gotta think. It's a movie. I need a show, but oh well. I'll just do another movie. Like again, Malibu. I said it'll pay the bills for a couple months. I go over there with Keenan. I don't care no more.
Right.
I'm like,
So you were
I don't
loose.
care no more. I said,
You were
It's the
relaxed.
magic.
I'm
That's
like,
such a
hey,
magic state of mind.
right. I'm just going in there. I'm like, look. I said, ooh, that's what I'm
It's a
talking about.
movie.
A white girl with a black girl's ass. And boy, Keenan was like, oh, and I'm like, ha, yeah. All right. Dude, I'm just, he said, can you do that? I was like, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
I'm don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And then they called, they said, hey man, you got this movie. White chicks. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did I know? I did not know it would change the course of my life forever. Because I went up there and we shot in Vancouver again.
Right.
And we were shooting it for the Hamptons and the whole thing. It was the best time I ever had. Now, you gotta understand, Keenan Ivory Wayans is a star maker. All those guys, In Living Color, but J-Lo and you know,
They know
David
how
Allen
to pick
Greer.
the it factor.
Dude, I'm not an SNL guy. I've always been an In Living Color guy.
Right.
Okay, so nothing beats In Living Color to me,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
So when I was up there and Damon was like, dude, just do what you do, man. Just do what you do. You rocking this. I was like, whoa. And I felt, remember how my wife came to me and said, you can do this? When Keenan was like, you got this. I ain't
Fly.
gonna coach you. You just go. And I
Fly,
was
yeah.
like, woo.
So he just kind of let you.
It validated like your instincts were at a point. You were locked in.
It was hitting. Everything was hitting.
But I gotta tell you, man.
Woo!
So like going back to that movie, your performance had so many new ounces that I was like, bro, that hit me in so many ways. Like the like you know, when you were at the date, right? Like you were at the date and you were just like really committed to this date. You know, and like the fact you look across from you and it's like this monster. Because it looks like a monster.
He was
okay?
a monster.
Yeah.
Like,
like, it doesn't
and
look-
for the lady, perhaps a salad. You know, perhaps
Everything,
not.
dude.
We would go on. There was no end. Like, and wait, that's the only stuff they got on camera. We was going and
Yeah,
going
I'm
and
sure
going.
there's a million
And
takes.
Keenan was like, yo,
Yes, dude.
this is
You were
genius.
you were
This is
spinning
beautiful.
gold. You were spinning gold.
Sean and Marlon were just
Because you were
hitting-
free to fly. You
We
were
were-
free. Yeah.
And do you feel that all those nuances that he's talking about was because he was like, yo, just do,
Yes.
or was that all like on the page, or was
No.
he didn't direct you that way? Or?
No, he just trusted.
Yeah.
He literally gave me the green light. I said, so you should, because it wasn't no check. It wasn't no like, oh no, you ever have a director come in and start telling you the lines, how to say them? And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
like, oh man, you ruined it. Like, let's find it.
Yeah.
Like, let's put it on his feet. But
Yeah. Some writers and some comedy writers, they wrote it and heard it and saw it a certain way in their brain. And when an actor comes in to do what the actor's supposed to do,
Right.
they have a tough time just like letting go of how it sounded when they were in their laptop doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for those times, you really got to choose you.
yeah,
Because if you choose their way, you know, that's where you are going to not be able to sleep that night. Number two, you know, you really can have a faulty, you know, start at that. And then when you go to the premiere and you look at that, you're like, that wasn't me. Like
was
it
a
wasn't.
puppet.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
I was a
So
puppet.
that's why you gotta always choose yourself when you're on that screen. You gotta always say like, you know, we had a whole episode here. We're talking about how do we talk to directors when we let them know that their take is not the take. You know, how do we sugarcoat that thing?
Yes.
And the truth is, like, you got to talk about it like within your own strength. It's got to be your fault that you can't do it their way. But you got to say, like, hey, within my strengths, I feel like I'll be able to sell it more if I could just go here, you know, and then take it there. But to your point, going back to your performances, and now as we do like a mental, beautiful, you know, love story collage of all your performances and all the parts and all the moments of you showing up, whether it's like a cameo, whether it's like a great supporting part, whether you're starting on your show, on your TV show, because also Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like we forget, like we haven't even gotten to Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
we gotta get
My
there.
point is like all these, you know, all of these moments kind of shape up that like very few tough guys can really dirty up, can also lighten up, can also, you know, be free to do comedy. And that's hard, dude. And you got to give yourself so much grace for that. You got to really, really embrace the fact that your gift was given because you decided that you could fly.
dude, one thing I realized is it's two things that equal one thing. It's vulnerability and transparency equal intimacy. The more open you are, the more intimate you become to people. So you're literally your performance. People are like, wow, like because you're vulnerable and you're transparent. And what I see now, sometimes it's just people try to be hard or try to be this. And I knew that wasn't the way for me. I knew the only way I was going to differentiate myself from anybody else was open.
And I'll give you one more thing that you you were honest from the beginning. You were so honest with yourself, with what you had and what you didn't have, that you were so free in that moment to just flow with your honesty. And acting, it's all about staying honest. Yeah. Right? Yes. You said stay loose. You know, this is one thing he goes, stay loose, stay loose. In order to stay loose, you gotta let go.
Yep.
Brother, let me tell you, when I look at you guys, like Freddy for one, I mean, by the time we got to work on Harsh Times, I was already like the biggest fan, you know, Dead Presidents and the stuff he's done before. You just go, dude, these got real actors. You know what I mean? Him and Christian. And I'm like, man, and see, this is another thing, is that you have to understand this is like the pros. And what I mean is, the quarterback don't want you to be like, oh, that's John Elway. Oh. No, you hit him in the mouth.
Right.
They'll respect you if you hit him hard, hit him real. Like, don't. And when we were in our scene, we had one big scene in the movie, but I had to come with it. Like, I said, I don't want to set these guys up as a fan, like I'm a fan. Yeah. I said, no, man, we laid back like, okay, we were there all day. Yeah. But you just come, like, we're pros now. You know what I'm saying? And you guys respected me so much. Yeah. And it was vice versa. And it was just, like, when you have those moments, you know what I mean? And this is why it's hard. Like, I've been on some movies where a comedian wants to have all the jokes, and it's over. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I want all the puns. No, this is a give and take. This is why Brooklyn Nine-Nine worked so many ways, because we handed each other. It's the lob is coming to you. Whoop. Melissa, boom, she dunk it. Right. You know what I mean? Andy would set this whole thing up so all of us 4 people are getting it. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah. It's a beautiful dance. Yeah. And it's
about the product. It's about the product. You know? It's about us all getting it there so we can go sell it there.
But there's a humility that comes with that. Sure. You have to have a humility enough to go, it's about the product and it's not about me necessarily. Yeah. And that's what I remember about you when we did that movie together, and me and Christian Bale doing that scene with you was I just remember you coming from a very honest place. Whether you were a seasoned thespian or not, like, that didn't matter to us. It was your energy and what you were doing was very honest. And when Christian and I would throw stuff at you, you were like a good tennis player, and you would throw it right back. So I don't know if you remember, we had improv a couple of things. Yes. And I remember seeing Christian like smile a little on the side, and I was like, "Oh, Christian's on board, man!" And we had like this beautiful interaction between us three.
You know, it was so beautiful that Christian put me in Terminator right after that.
Oh, right.
No way. This is crazy. Yeah.
I see that. I don't ever showed you that.
Yeah. Yes.
This was us 3 there having a great time, man. with me and with me and Christian there.
He was this big, lazy kind of smoking all day dude who just knew what was up.
You know, I'll tell you a funny story about this day when Terry came. You remember, we shot all of it in the hood, right? And there was these kids that were there, and these kids, and Christian was always, he's such a good dude, right? Like, he's just the nicest guy in the world. And there was these kids that were there playing around. And I don't know if you remember, man, it was me, you, and him, and we're hanging out outside, and we were telling the kids, hey, you see that guy? He's Batman.
Yes, I remember that.
And the kids were like, no, he's not. Because the movie hadn't come out yet. Batman
So he had already shot it?
He had shot it, but the movie hadn't come out yet. So we would go with him to like Starbucks. No one would recognize him.
He had a nice little cut too. He has a different kind of look.
Yeah. I remember being at that line at Starbucks going like, wow, in a couple of months, you're never going to be able to do this again. And the kids were all like, he's not Batman. And then Terry was like, oh man, he's
Quite
Batman.
literally, gonna be your Batman in your generation.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. No, Christian is it's a different level, dude. It's just a different level, and you know, to put on that cape, and do it on that level.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, he was. My God, I believed him. I believed him as Batman. I wanted him to be Batman forever.
One of
you
the
know? It's
best, best ever do it.
Yeah, man,
One of
and
the
someone who's who deserves, like, I love when people are cool and like, and then you see them be successful because then you root for them, you know, right? And he's just such a good dude that I was like, just seeing him be successful after that, you know, you just you root for him.
You know what, man? I ran into Christian at the Academy Awards, and this was a few years back, and it was so wonderful because he said, "T, what's up, man?" And he says,
Yeah.
And you know what was the man? I get these moments like, and it's not about selfies. It's not about you just like these are mine. I get to take them with me. You know, and he's like, "T, my daughter is here. She's the biggest Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan. Can you take a picture with my daughter?"
So
and I'm
beautiful.
going,
So
"Christian,
cool.
come on,
of
bring her
course.
over. This is great." And he's just, because you know, hey, if you could please your babies,
It's everything.
Yeah, of course.
yeah. And he was just looking at me like, "Oh, thank you so much." I'm going,
That's so cool.
you're Christian Bale, man. And his daughter came over and like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like," and I'm going, "This is crazy." Like, don't listen. Love everything you do. Don't hate on I don't hate on anything. When people say, "You just got to sing the song again," I'll sing the song for the rest of my life. 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
Because it's special. Listen, man. Oof. Oh my God. I had people. Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Please, no, brother.
I
It's your
had
house,
people
man.
come to me and they're like, "I lost my son. But the one thing we used to do, we sit and watch all your movies.
Yeah.
And every time I see you, it reminds me of all the good times I had with him."
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
Yeah, it's
that kind of stuff.
It's crazy.
I don't ever, you listen, man, sing the damn song.
Yeah.
Do the thing. You know what I mean? I was like, "Hey, man, you know me for that. You like me for that. Awesome."
Yeah.
But I can't stand when people go like, "Oh, you like that?" Oh, you know, you're like, "Hey, man, no, don't hate on any of this stuff, man. It's special. It's special. Like, you are healing people with whatever. Wait, dramatic and comedic.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to watch drama so you can sort your own stuff
That's
out.
right.
You got to watch comedy to sort your stuff out.
That's right.
And it's just, that's what entertainment is. You know what I mean? It's therapy
Yeah.
in so many ways. And I go, this is deeper than I ever imagined,
Yeah.
but understand what this is. You know what I mean? No, you're not a doctor. No, you're not a lawyer.
Right.
But dude, you're healing people. Like something, when people come up to you and they enjoy it, wait, 20 years later?
Yeah.
No
now
other
it's more
profession.
popular than ever.
No other profession in the planet can actually have these ripples that far way you are far gone from this earth. The echoes of what you did on that soundstage, on that set, on that location, on that hosting gig, on that little sketch or whatever it was, the echoes of you are gonna be living on and on.
Yeah.
And you get to find someone along the way, far when you're gone, that really needed to see you in that role in that moment. And
right.
Dude, we could obviously go here 5 more hours.
I know.
And I will tell you,
I know.
this, but I mean, like this, rightfully so. This episode or 2, because I think we're gonna have to break this. Up too.
I know I can talk, man. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize, because this is your show. This is the point, right? The point is to pay tribute to you. The point is to create a space where we can reminisce, or where we can dig deeper. And look, we all have a very similar story, right? We all came from very little, man, very zero, and the fact that we, very later in our lives, we can somehow continue to meet in a winning circle, like that's something that really is beautiful. And I just want to say, congratulations on the, I mean, 3 decades of entertainment that you've given all of us. And obviously you're a brother, man, and this is your house, and we're so stoked that you accepted our invitation.
Terry, man, I've known you for 2 decades, and you've always been the same person, man. I have so much love for you, bro. I have so much respect for you. And I called and you came, man. And that's a testament to you as a human being and your integrity as a human being. And we've both been married a long time, and we've had such wonderful conversations about that. But again, more of a testament to your character, man. So thank you for coming, bro.
I love you guys, man.
Yeah.
Look, Freddy, Wilmer, just thank you. Thank you. You're legends. To me, you're legends. You know, I mean, I learned from all of it. Like, I watched you guys, and I'm going, okay, I'm taking that. hey, a little bit of theft never hurt either. You know what I mean? Oh, take that moment, and that's mine.
I saw him move his chest one day, and I was like, I'm taking that, to then realize I am physically not equipped to take that.
I'm gonna start pop locking in the next joint, you know.
Brother,
Love you guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you
I'm
so
Freddy
much.
Rodriguez.
And I'm Wilmer Valderrama. This is your brother Terry Cruz here. Thank you for joining us for another beautiful reminiscent episode of Those Amigos.